Alright, welcome back to the podcast. Welcome back to Tomboy Official. On this podcast, we talk about gender-related topics, queer-related topics, sexuality-related topics, LGBTQ plus stuff. So, sorry I didn't post that other episode from, I think it was Friday morning. Accidentally forgot to finish uploading everything, and then I just looked at it today and I was like, oh shoot, I thought I had posted it, which I didn't. So my apologies. I can't go back and post for a previous day. I meant to have that posted Saturday, and now it's Sunday. So yeah, multitasking. So I just skipped it and forgot. But getting back on track today. Supposed to be studying and had some yerba mate and gonna meet up with some friends in Hermosa and grab I don't know, gonna hang out and just get some sun and hang out at the beach and kick it on the pier pretty much. So I guess I didn't fully have a topic, but yeah, I was kind of scrolling Instagram this morning and came across a post of, I believe it was a post of Mae Martin, and so I started looking more at Mae Martin's content, and I was like, oh, okay, so let me see. I don't know if Mae Martin has a show in LA. I wasn't sure about that. I'm trying to see. It looks like no. I don't know. It looks like, okay, it says new show added October 15th. But does that mean, when are the shows? So, today, I'm so bad at this. I'm looking on Eventbrite. It's, okay, I don't know if it says today as in yesterday. Okay, so it's October 16th, Sunday, 7:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. in LA at the Hayworth in 90057. So it's near MacArthur Park area, a little east of Koreatown, a little north of Pico Union Station. So, is it station? Am I saying that right? But anyways, so yeah, Mae Martin's in LA, so that's cool. I'm always excited when people are in LA. And it has pronouns of they, them. So I was checking out Mae Martin's Instagram. I haven't gotten too far into it. As you can see, I'm barely clicking on things. So if you go to Mae Pearl Martin, MaePearl Martin, Mae Martin's one of the comedians that I came across that I was always finding interesting. Always had an interest in their content. Kind of cute looking, funny, a little awkward, kind of awkward moments on stage, which is kind of Much appreciated, because it's just like a funny kind of way of being humorous, just kind of saying like really awkward stuff. Like I appreciate it. And yeah, there was a point when I started looking at LGBT comedians, and just because the comedy, it's just funny, you know. It's a type of content that is I guess things that people joke about in the first place, but it's interesting to hear it from a different perspective, and then getting to see like queer people on stage, and you know, talking about things that make sense, that you're just like, oh my gosh, like very relatable experiences. People saying like weird stuff. One of Mae Martin's I don't know if they're called jokes, riffs, whatever you call them. Like there was one that they were saying a long time ago, like before the show came out on Netflix. There was a stand up that I saw online where they were saying like that there was a guy that was, I guess Mae Martin and this guy or somebody were like flirting or like talking or whatever, and the guy was kind of making comments like, oh, like, you know, this is like this is the gayest thing I've ever done, or something like that, where it's kind of like, okay, like it's this straight guy, like. And I think at the time, I don't know if Mae Martin had they them pronouns, but it was, I think Mae was identifying as bi at the time, sexuality wise, but I don't know if I was ever fully clear of the pronouns. And then even on the series, the Netflix web series, I thought it was, I wasn't sure, like when they were saying like about the gender related stuff, I wasn't sure if that was like realistic or if that was part of the show. That's why I didn't really know for sure about the pronouns. But yeah, I just checked today. I mean, I assume, at least the way I see it, for me, that is one of the more accurate ways of getting access to people's pronouns, is when they just put it on their Instagram. And it's, you know, I mean, of course it's possible that people might not update that all the time too, but if they put it on their Instagram, description, then you can kind of just see it right away. So a lot of times that's kind of how I go by checking pronouns if I'm not sure, and especially if I'm like on here and it's like I've done this before, like for River Butcher, where I was like, I don't know the exact pronouns because like I just came across some content where it was like, oh, this person has this content, and there's that now. So yeah, I just thought it was interesting, but I don't really know. I don't really know. I was trying to see kind of just, what the Instagram was looking like. A lot of cute pics, in my opinion. And I'm always excited when people are in LA. It's always just like, yes, they're in LA. I don't know if I can make it to this show, because I already have plans tonight, like I said. But I don't know if my plans fall through. I might hit it up. I don't know though. Dang. Now I'm kind of like wanting to go to the show, but yeah, I'm gonna check out Mae Martin's Linktree. So Mae Martin's Linktree is just Linktree / Mae Martin. I always forget. I think it's / Mae Martin. The slash that goes bottom left to top right. I don't know how else to describe it. Let's see. So it looks like Mae Martin has tickets for what's called Dynasty Typewriter Improv. The cool thing about comedy is that a lot of times you can find it online. It might not be the full set sometimes, but you can, like, a lot of times I've noticed, like, you can find, like, bits and pieces of it online. So that's something that I do appreciate about stand-up. It looks like, so, let me see. Oh my goodness, I clicked on the wrong thing. Bear with me, guys. I'm not good at, like, trying to scroll around and talk. I'm trying to look at the link tree and I keep accidentally clicking things. So there's a podcast called Come Out with Mae Martin. And the podcast is on Spotify. Let me see if I can see it in Spotify. I'm trying to make sure the app I'm recording this pod on isn't gonna delete stop recording while I'm trying to record on here. Let me see. Come out, Mae Martin. So, let's see. It looks like, how many episodes are there? 1 from October 4th. So I guess it was a podcast episode that Mae Martin was on and not Mae Martin's podcast. It says featuring Mae Martin. So yeah, if you guys are interested in checking that out, the content sounds interesting. And excuse me. It looks like Mae Martin did a cover of Elliott Smith's Twilight. So Mae Martin and Lauren Ruth Ward did a cover song. So that's what's on the link tree. There's October 29th, Mae Martin and Friends. It says Largo. It says Largo at the Coronet. It's another LA show, October 29th. So yeah, like there's a lot of ticketed events in about the $25 to $35 range before service fees, and so the service fees are about $10 or so, give or take a couple bucks. And that's not to count, if you're in LA, gas prices are probably close to like $6.50, depending where you're getting your gas at. And a lot of places it's paid parking. So on the lower end, if you're saying $25 for a ticket, depending where you're coming from, if you have an old car or something that's not a hybrid, every 20 miles you have to drive is going to be about $6.50. And then if you add the parking costs, I don't know the parking costs. I don't know if it's like specific event parking, or you know how LA is. There are usually parking garages and lots around where you can park, or park and ride and then get over there from public transit or just Uber, depending where you live or if you're staying in the city. But those are some shows coming up. And yeah, I basically came across Mae Martin's content because of the new story post of this picture in the jacuzzi with Mae Martin and Mae Martin and I don't know who that is. Shoot, I don't know who that is. Okay. I don't know that person's name. But yeah, they're kind of just hanging out, it looks like. And yeah, it's cool to just see, like, people being creative and having fun and being queer and being out and just helping other people have a good time, creating spaces where people can kind of go. I mean, there's likely going to be people who look, of a certain way. People look, it might be a queer-ish environment. And pretty cool to see. I mean, yeah, I was watching some of Mae Martin's stand-up before. I even saw the series on Netflix called Feel Good, and I was like, wow, Mae Martin's hilarious. And then it was cool to see Netflix, and then when the next season came out, I watched some episodes with some friends. And so yeah, it's kind of fun to see. I like to see people coming up. I think Mae Martin's Canadian. A lot of Canadian people do come to LA too. That's something I've noticed in the entertainment world. I mean, it's just common. LA just is that place where if you're in some form of entertainment or art and creativity, you're either going to be in LA, New York. I mean, those aren't the only places, but it's like that's where the studios are. That's where you do live shows. Like, there's a lot of places for that. The city's just set up for it. And so there's so many venues, so many places where you're going to get just organic traffic. Even, I mean, I'm not saying that people shouldn't market or that they don't market, but, even without marketing in LA, you're likely to have people come across your stuff just because it's like people go places for dinners, people go places for drinks or whatever. And it's like, it's just, I've stumbled into all kinds of events just from wanting to go to a certain place without really looking what I was doing first or what was going on there first. And then like whoever so-and-so is like there or whatever. And you're like, oh, that's cool, either musician wise or comedy wise or anything, so it's just cool to be in a city where there's stuff going on. And I like seeing people come to my city because it's amazing. So I mean, I still call LA my city, even though San Diego is kind of like my new formed home of preferred home, just for my social life and friendships and relationships and community down there. But LA has definitely got my heart. I'm not gonna lie, like I love LA. Was raised in LA. I could see myself getting property out here, but I don't know if I would permanently live here just because the commuting back and forth. But I am considering it. I mean, I'm considering once I get, my apartment in San Diego, after I change this job out to my new job, after I finish studying, and then once I get into my place in San Diego, I plan to, get another place to sublease out or sublet or just do an Airbnb thing. And I kind of would like that to be in LA. But I don't know if I will do that in LA. I'll just have to see. But I would like to do that in LA. That would be like ideal for me. Just because I know LA better still, and it would just be cool to have a property in LA. Like, I'd rather have a property in LA even if I live in San Diego. And then, yeah, I just basically want that. Like, I just want to, get some property, rent it out, but just keep working. Remote work, staying in San Diego, though, and then being able to come up to LA whenever I want to. That would be nice. But I don't know. Like, I like my creative life in LA. I like being around creative energy and environments where, people that I admire with the crafts that they're involved in, they come through the city. So, that's cool to see. I was glad that I was kind of scrolling around Instagram and came across Mae Martin on here, because I haven't really, I don't know. I kind of don't keep up with everything 100% of the time, all the time. But, yeah, really cool, representation of, different types of gender identities and presentations, and somebody who's out there where you can see their content easily, and the content, I believe, has kind of developed from when I first started watching. I've noticed the content definitely developing, and just really cool to see. Mae Martin's someone I just like stumbled across because I started going down a rabbit hole of watching like a bunch of queer comedians for a period of time, and then that's kind of a person that came up. So yeah, guys, well, so I think the Mae Martin Instagram is Mae Martin fan page, it says. So I don't know if Mae Martin... Okay, so it looks like Hooray Mae has the blue check mark. So Hooray Mae is the blue check mark Instagram that has, let me see, maemartin.net, and then there are tour dates posted there. Again, a lot of LA, London tour dates. And so, yeah. And it looks like it's sold out. Whoa. Oh, that was the other one. That was the other one. That was the London one. London was sold out. So... Or you can go to dynastytypewriter.com as well. It looks like that Mae Martin was also on HBO's Flight Attendant. And yeah, so people who are interested in that kind of stuff, it's really cool. I like live performances. In case you haven't noticed, I like live shows of stuff. So comedians, as well as music, as well as like spoken word and poetry and just that kind of like open mic type stuff. I like that too. But yeah, so just putting it out there. And thanks for listening.